So a long time ago, when I was like 3, 4, 5, um, my parents divorced and we moved out of Belmarine Keys, and my mom moved to a duplex on Merritt Drive. And so we're here now. It's Merritt Drive and Sunset Parkway. It's exactly across the street from San Jose. This is San Jose Middle School right here. And I was, when we were little, there was a bush right over there. Big, giant, circular bush. And we kind of dug it out into the ground and made like a circular half donut thing, and we would use it as a fort. And I remember that too. There's trails up in these hills, and my brother went up in the trail in one of these trees and made a fort. The fort forever, like a year. And then one day they were playing with fire or tar or something, and something caught on fire and he burned half this hill down, which sucked. But I don't know the exact house, but it was right about here. It was 16 something, 1641. It could have been that one. But these are all duplexes, and it was like right on the street, right about here. 16, I think it was 1641 Merritt Drive. This street goes all the way up to the top, and then it dead ends cul-de-sacs, and then you have to come back down. And my brother had a skateboard, and I remember going down this hill. Okay, I'll just go up to the top of it. We'd go to the top of the hill right here, and I'd get on my knees on the skateboard facing forward. This is where all my bloody knees came from, and my shoes. I went through like so many pairs of shoes. But we'd get right up here and go down this hill on the skateboard and use the front end of our shoes as brakes. Or sometimes we'd go up Shannon. But anyways, this is Merritt Drive. We'd come down here hauling super fast. And oh, I guess it kind of slows down. You go fast right here, but this kind of slows you down to the flat. And then we'd get to our house. I think it was 1641 because we lived on the left-hand side, and we had neighbor 1643, and the garage had the laundry in there, and the next door neighbor was way into Star Wars, and they had Star Wars everything all over the house. And then and it was really peaceful. It was here. No, these bushes weren't here. We had a bunch of rocks everywhere. One of these rocks right here has my blood on it. From my brother lifted one of these rocks. Have I ever told you the rock story where my brother lifted one of these rocks over his head? It was about this size, and I crawled through his legs because I was little. Because he was like, "Hey, Paul, look at this! I can lift this big rock over my head." And so as he had it totally over his head, I crawled through his legs, and I hit his leg, and it slipped the rock, and the rock hit my head. And then I went into the house real quick, and my mom called my dad. My dad came running to check my head, and he's like, "Okay, he'll be all right. It's just a big bump. Let's just make sure he doesn't go to sleep anytime soon." Now, all the neighbors were really cool, and then a long time after we've already been here, these people moved out, and some Hells Angels moved in, or some real bad bikers moved in, right? And they would have wild parties. And I remember my brother must have been like 7 or 8 years old, and he went inside and saw some really bad stuff. I don't even want to mention on the video, but there was like a woman chained to the wall, and they're doing bad things. I mean, it was really bad things for a kid to see. And he came home and told me about it. He's like, "Dude, you have no idea what's going on in that party." But I remember that too. But that's not the type of people that live in this area at all. That was just a fluke. It's all nice families, and then all of a sudden somebody moved out, and then some really bad people moved in. It was just before we were about to leave, and like 2 or 3 months later, we moved out of here. Thank God, because who wants to live next to that? So anyways, this is the neighborhood. That's the San Jose Middle School, and I remember just forts, and we'd go up in these hills and catch snakes all the time. Every type of snake lives up there, and my brother was really good at catching them. And then my mom had friends, and this was all military housing. And I remember I was real little, and one of the families that my mom liked, I don't know if they were Jehovah's Witness or, they must have been witnesses, or just military friends of the family, I don't know. But they lived right here, and I think they redeveloped all this. I think it's probably still military, but look how nice these houses are. This is right around the corner. So this is all nicely developed. And it's like the whole area. I mean, there's several streets. They're all the same way, and they have a nice park over here. But I remember one of our friends of the family was military, and they lived in this nice little house right here. It wasn't as nice as this. It was more like San Diego military housing type style houses. But I think they bulldozed those down. And I don't see any military stickers on any of these cars. So yeah, they got rid of the military housing here and they developed it. I guess that somebody bought it because none of these cars have military stickers. All right, so I got some traffic coming on. Okay, now it's safe. Now there's a Indian Valley College is probably behind me. I'm not going to go down there, but it's a really cool college surrounded by redwoods, and they have an Olympic-sized pool, and we'd go swimming there all the time. I remember that. I haven't been here since I was like 4 or 5, so this is just based on my small memories. I mean, I'm pulling memories from way back, the back of my mind. But I remember my dad bought me a little bike, and I'd get around just that little street, Merritt Drive. But one day my brother took me to Safeway, which is all the way down here. You can see I'm still going. This is way too far for a little kid to go. This is when I was in kindergarten, or even pre-kindergarten, maybe even preschool. I had training wheels on my bike, and I remember I biked all this. And I went with my brother like several times. I followed him on the sidewalks over here. So I was over here going all this way. This is at least a mile and a half. And one day, because I knew the way so well, I did it by myself. And I went all the way to Safeway to get candy bars. And candy bars at that time were 25 cents. And I remember so well. It's like it was yesterday. And I think I did it once or twice. And I think the second time around, my mom got so pissed off that I never did it again. But I biked this when I was like 4 years old or something, 4 or 5, all the way down here. Like 2 or 3 times following my brother on his bike. And then because I just knew I needed to go straight all the way down this main boulevard, that I had the guts to do it by myself. And my brother's best friend, Derek, I think lived in these condos. They were rich, but I think they lived right around here or something like that. Or back there, I forget where they lived. They lived in some condos. But my brother's best friend was named Derek, and he had remote control everything. And my brother was always over there, and they would build forts together. It was like some rich kid's son. And one time we took him to a football game that was like another county over, because Novato was playing another county, and the mom didn't know about it, and that was the last time we saw Derek, because the mom, because like a snooty rich lady, and she got pissed off that we took her son to a rival football game, and we were calling her the whole time. Football game, everything's fine, and she wouldn't answer the phone, and then she found out we went without her permission, and that was the last of Derek. So that was my brother's best friend, and they hang out all the time. They used to hang out all the time. Now this is a nicer shopping plaza, but I'm going to turn around one more time. That was a Safeway. This is like a Golden Nugget. It's kind of like a Whole Foods now. Now it says the Golden Nugget or the Nugget, or what does it say? Let me see here. This was the Safeway. It didn't have this like front thing. That circle thing was not there. It was just a regular looking grocery store. Yeah, it says Nugget Markets now. This used to be a Safeway. And right up on this other side of the wall, this whole wall was all 25 cents. And I'd get like a Snickers and like one other thing for 50 cents. And then, and there was something here, maybe a donut shop where Subway is. There was something here that I used to go to all the time. I think it was a donut shop, or there's something there, I forget. But we used it too. Laundromat? I don't know what it was. It was something that we visited all the time though. Anyway, so this is the area, and the name of this street is Ignacio. It's a big long boulevard that goes all the way down there, all the way to probably college, the Indian Valley College. And Indian Valley College is a beautiful college. It has like redwood features. It's like a flat rectangle, but it's huge. College, surrounded by a bunch of redwood trees, and then they have the most enormous pool you could ever imagine, Olympic size, with all these different high dives. Each other to go off the high dive, and I used to go on the high dive and stuff even when I was little. That's where I learned how to swim. My brother pushed me in the pool and I couldn't swim, and I held my breath until he came and saved me, because I was down at the bottom just waiting for him to get me. So I held my breath and I was looking and I was wondering, when is he gonna get me, when is he gonna get me? And he never got me. So I was just like, okay, I guess I'm gonna drown. And then right about that conversation, my mom made him jump in there and get me, because I wasn't doing anything. I didn't know how to swim. And then that's when he knew I didn't know how to swim, so he spent the rest of the day teaching me how to swim. He's like, you don't know how to swim? Let me teach you. And he taught me. He's like, made me kick my feet and hang onto the side of the wall and exercise my legs. And we went a bunch of times until I learned how to swim. And it was my brother that taught me how to swim. Alright, so that's the going down memory lane area of this area right here, Merritt Drive. And that was after Belmar and Keys. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later.